Taking off right now. When I say clipped wing, he has really increased the performance by knocking off over 3 feet off of each wingtip. Watch how maneuverable this little 150 horsepower airplane is, rolling it around as he does a rolling turn and quickly climbs up to about 300 feet above the ground. He will do this up close and personal. Upside down. Now watch him push to the outside as he climbs through 400, 500, 600 feet. Snap rolls the airplane. Watch him tumble it and bring it right back down toward the ground, quickly recovering and extending out to the right-hand side. Now watch as Warren comes in here, diving down with 1/2 of a Cuban 8 maneuver. He'll line up on the runway. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, boss, we got another airplane out here. Boss, we got to get these guys out of here. Hey, Warren, watch out, buddy. Watch out, we got two. Oh, no. We've got 2 airplanes right there together. Push it over the top. Oh, no, it just threw. Hey, it's spinning out of control. It lost an aileron. What's going on? Warren? Hey, Warren? Okay, we got to get you moved out, Warren. I'm sorry, bud. Boss, can we get this guy on the radio? Does he have a radio out there? We're trying. Let me see if I can talk to him on the radio here. Hello, can you hear me? Yellow airplane.
You're the boss.
Hello? Oh, my gosh. That aileron's still coming down. He almost hit his own aileron. Yellow airplane pilot, can you hear me?
Can hear you now.
Okay, listen, we got a problem. You weren't supposed to be in the airspace. Who the heck are you anyway?
I'm one of those folks from Norfolk Brig.
You say what?
Just got out on payroll.
Oh no, you're the guy that was in the brig over at Norfolk at the brig?
Yeah.
Isn't your name Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck Dramamine.
Chuck Dramamine? Yeah, I saw that about you in the paper. You were doing 2 years in the brig over there for being flighty, weren't you?
A bit of that, yeah.
You're not supposed to be here. We got an air show going on.
I know, I'm here to show off my airplane I built.
You built an airplane? I thought you were in the brig.
I was.
How did you build an airplane when you were in the brig?
I built it in the workshop.
In the workshop? How did you get it out?
One piece at a time.
Hey, there's a truck over there. Okay, listen. I want you to push forward on that stick. Now pull back a little bit. Not so forward. Pull back a little bit. Hey, listen, Chuck. Pull back, I said. Oh!
Are you an instructor?
No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Listen, I can tell you enough, but I know enough that if you keep that stick neutral, straight up and down, push forward just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now you better pull back on the stick. See, you pull back on the stick, the trees get smaller. Push forward on the stick, the trees get bigger. Good, you're doing good. Now straighten it up, level. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, listen, Chuck, help me on this. Oh, Chuck!
I forgot to tighten up the wheel.
You just lost it. It just fell. It's falling to the ground now.
Really?
Wheelie. It really is.
I'm getting a little nervous here.
Yeah. So are we. The boss is going to have your hide. Do you have a pilot's license?
No, I don't have any license.
You don't have any license at all?
No.
Why are you flying an airplane?
So I was in jail. I never had any licenses.
Did you take any lessons at all?
Read a book.
Great. Okay, see those pedals at your feet?
Uh-huh.
They They are not the accelerator and brake.
The gas all the way on.
Okay, well, I want you to... Okay, no. Just put it... We got a problem here. What? Can I help talk you back down to the ground, Chuck?
I'm a little busy right now.
What? You say you're a little busy right now? What do you mean busy? Oh, that's...
I got paperwork to do.
Yeah. What? You better catch it if you're still busy. He just... Was that your only roll of toilet paper? I guess you must be nervous. I hope you're wearing... Never mind.
Depends on what you're talking about.
Never mind. I just want to get you on the ground, okay?
I got 5 grams on land it now. I hope.
Okay, land it.
Here?
That's good. Pull that red knob back. No, not forward. The red knob on the left, I wanted you to pull back.
Okay, it's back.
Okay, now pull back on the stick gently. Over to the right now. Pull back gently. Over to the right. Okay, bring it around. Bring it around to the right. Now, okay, I'll tell you what. Go to the left instead. No, the other left. This is not going to work. Okay, I want you to land it, but I want you to be going the other direction. Okay, that's a good turn now. Keep coming. Do you want to land that direction or do you want to land the other direction?
This way.
Okay. Just a little bit to the right. That's good. A little bit to the right. Pull back gently on that left-hand throttle there on the left. Good for you, Chuck. Good for you. The cops are on their way to get you. I hate to tell you this, but the cops are on their way to get you, buddy.
The payroll officer.
Well, you're going back to the brig. You're down. We've got big dog Jim Sabo out there. Okay, you just watch it, buddy. They're going to stop you now. He's going to run for it, but those guys are going to catch him. There's no way that Chuck Dramamine's going to get away. They got him on the ground. They got him. How about that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, that's not Chuck Dramamine. That is the incomparable, award-winning Kent Pietsch. We're going to see him fly later, but how about a nice round of applause for Kent Pietsch? He actually flew that routine with only one aileron. You're on the ground. You're going to jail. Thank you, Chuck. Nice job, buddy. Taylor on roll. Watch him as he goes inverted. Now watch him push out. This is when all the blood's going to go to his head. The force up into his head in negative G's as he does a reverse 1/2 Cuban 8, climbing to 400 feet above the ground. He points the airplane down 45 degrees, nose down, does a quick snap roll. That is a high-speed stall. With a maximum speed of only about 140 miles an hour, he does now an octagon loop in only 400 feet of altitude. That's an 8-sided loop, pulling every 45 degrees. How about a nice round of applause for Kent's brother Warren? Both of these guys, awesome pilots. Now Warren comes back around. I'll tell you a little bit more about this very talented pilot. He began flying when he was very young. He soloed at the youngest age possible to solo an airplane legally in the United States, and that's 16 years of age. He continued working on his certificates and flying with his dad Al and his brother Kent. Warren flew commercial charter for the family business soon after high school and continued operating the business with his dad until 1989, when Warren began working for a major airline as a pilot. And this is not the kind of flying he did in those airliners. There's 150 miles an hour, only 3 feet off the deck as he rolls the airplane 3/4 of a roll and then continues all the way around, dodging the trees, pull up there. There you go. This little clip-wing Taylorcraft has an incredible roll rate because, as I mentioned, about 3 feet of each wing has been taken off to increase the performance big time. In 1980, after restoring this clipped-wing Taylorcraft, Warren joined his dad and brother in the airshow industry. His airshow airplanes, including the one you're seeing right now doing the hammerhead stall turnaround, and a laser-type design which he named the Schnortzensummer, were built by Warren, his dad, and the shop crew at Pietsch Aircraft. Right on the deck, only about 4 feet off the ground. Back in the airplane again, headed for the trees, so get right in front of the trees and quickly bank around, putting his smoke right in front of us, keeping it up close and personal for us here at NAS Oceana's 2009 air show. It takes an immense amount of skill because these airplanes are totally stick and rudder airplanes. No fancy instrumentation, no computers. Just incredibly talented, seat of the pants flying. Warren is currently an aerobatic competency evaluator for the International Council of Air Shows. In other words, he's one of the guys who says to the other aerobatic pilots, you are qualified to fly. Watch him as he goes up here, again over the top, at 350 feet, and does a quick clover loop, completing that looping maneuver in only 300 feet. In 2005, at the Experimental Aircraft Association's annual air show at Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Warren and Kent proudly received the Bill Barber Award for Showmanship Award, given at TAA Fly-In at Oshkosh, the world's largest aviation celebration, and presented by World Air Show News, going into an 8-point hesitation roll as he stops the aircraft every 45 degrees of roll. There you go. He's flown shows all over the United States and Canada for the past 28 years and continues to thrill crowds with this incredibly maneuverable Taylorcraft. Squaring it off every 90 degrees. Up in Minot, North Dakota, that's the home of the Pietsch family. Pietsch Aircraft Restoration and Repair is the name of their company. And they have traveled from the west coast to the east coast. Now watch this, there's a quick snap roll. That's a high-speed stall. Shoves the rudder pedal to one side, pulls back on the stick, just sucks it back into his lap as tight as he can, and stalls the aircraft and really brings it right back into upright flight very, very rapidly. During that time, during that little bit of stall, the airplane's not flying, it's just falling. As he does a 1/2 Cuban 8 maneuver, 5/8 of a loop, and another snap roll on the way down. The Cuban 8, as you see half of it being performed by Warren Pietsch there, was actually invented quite by accident at the Miami Air Races back in 1936. The late Len Povey was doing an aerobatic demonstration. It was too low at the top of a loop to successfully complete it. And so rather than make a smoking hole in the ground, he did what Warren did a moment ago, and that's to roll out after 5/8 of the loop. Then he did the same thing the other direction. There's another snap roll from Warren, 3/4 of a snap. Then Len Povey did the same thing in the opposite direction with his airshow smoke inscribing a figure 8 lying on its side. Nobody had ever seen the maneuver. When he landed, they said, "What was that?" And since Len Povey was also teaching the Cuban Air Force pilots how to fly aerobatics, He replied with the words Ocho Cubano, and the name stuck. All for over 70 years. From 1936, here we are 2009, 73 years, and the Cuban 8 has become a staple of aerobatic performances, particularly when you've got an airplane like Warren Pietsch is flying today that can do all of its maneuvers in just a few hundred feet above the ground. How about a nice round of applause?